Welcome to the Oil Change Blog. I am Tiffany, and this is the first episode of my July DIY video series. Today I'll be telling you how I make my morning face serum. Before I get into the how and the recipe, let me tell you about the why. So I got into essential oils because I was tired of spending money each month on cleaning supplies. So I started making my own using essential oils, and the more I got into them, the more I realized that essential oils are great for cleaning, but they're also great for other things, including health and beauty. So I make my own face serum, one for the cost. I don't have to go to the store and purchase it. I can make my own here at home. And a lot of the ingredients I use for my face serum I can also use for other things. So the essential oils are good for an array of things, as well as the carrier oils that I use. I can use them in all sorts of DIY products as well. So I save money there. My face serum is chemical free. I control what goes into this little bottle that I use every morning on my face. And so I therefore control what goes onto my face, and that's important to me. It's also customizable. What I love about this face serum is I can customize it for me and for my needs, whereas we can make the same face serum, but we can customize it for my husband or for my mom or for my sister, and so it's customizable. It's not a one-size-fits-all. I no longer have to look at the created products and try to decide what fits me. I can choose the products that I put into this little bottle and put on my face, so it's perfect for me. So that's why I do this. That's why I make my own face serum. The other reason that I make the face serum in particular is it lasts me all day long. Unlike the commercial bought facial moisturizers that use a water base, it doesn't evaporate. Mine doesn't evaporate like the water-based moisturizers do. So that's why I do it. And so let me go ahead and tell you what's in mine. I have oily, blemish-prone skin, and so I use oils and essential oils in an effort to support my skin. But things can, like I said, are customizable, so you can use different things if you decide that you want to make your own face serum. So I use Argan Oil for its anti-aging properties. It's got a lot of vitamin E, among other things, that help support young, youthful-looking skin. So I use Argan Oil. I also use Jojoba Oil, which it's spelled with a J. So in my brain, I always think Jojoba, but Jojoba is how you say it. And I use this because it's believed to act like the skin's natural oil or sebum. So it penetrates the skin really easily, which brings in the properties that I'm looking for. It helps those properties get into my skin. So that's a great carrier oil. And then I also use sunflower seed oil. I just use it straight out of my pantry. And as long as it's a good quality sunflower seed oil, it's great for moisturizing without clogging the pores, which is important to what I'm doing. So those are the three oils that I use. Again, that's Argan, Jojoba, and sunflower. Now, if you don't need a serum for oily, acne, blemish-prone skin, you can just eliminate, first of all, the sunflower oil, or you can replace it with a high-quality olive or high-quality sesame oil. So again, customizable, perfect for you. Those are both great for moisturizing if you don't have the oily, blemish-prone skin like I do. So that's the base. That's what my serum is made of, but then I also add essential oils to just, help it out. Give my skin some extra help, some extra support, extra benefits. So the essential oils I use are lavender. I use lavender. It's great for soothing skin. It also has a very soothing fragrance, and so I love the fragrance that it adds to my morning routine. There's lavender. And I use tea tree oil. Tea tree is, it's great for maintaining healthy looking, blemish-free skin. So I use tea tree oil. And then I also use carrot seed oil. Carrot seed oil is great to moisturize for healthy looking skin. It also can reduce signs of aging, especially from being in the sun. So that's important to me. You can see how pale I am. It's important to me to have something that helps in the sun. So those are the three that I choose to use. Now there are some other options if, you know, again, if you don't have acne prone, but we've got frankincense. Frankincense is great for your skin, and frankincense, I actually put him in my nighttime serum. And geranium. Geranium I use in my facial toner. So come back and check out the other videos, the other July DIY videos, because you'll see both of these. And then the other one you can always use is cedarwood. All three of these are great for supporting your skin, for healthy looking younger skin. So that's what, those are some other options. Again, customizable, make it fit you, find out what works for you, bring your beauty into your own hands. That's what Young Living and essential oils are all about. So let me show you how I make this. I start with a glass dropper bottle. Amber helps maintain the purity, or helps maintain the quality of your essential oils. Amber bottles do. And I like the dropper bottles because I can easily keep track of how much I'm using on my face. That helps me save money, as well as helps me just, you know, not overuse. I don't want to overuse these things that are blessings to me. So I have a link in the show notes to where you can purchase these amber bottles, and I use these I use this size for all sorts of things, for gifts, for serums, for carrying carrier oils with me if I ever need to use it, things like that. So I buy them in bulk and then just use them for all sorts of things. So you can see a link to that. And then I always use these great handy dandy funnels, which you can also find in the show notes. There's a link there as well. I always use those because they're so practical. So let me start. I use 5 drops of each: lavender, carrot seed, and tea tree. So 5 drops of each oil for a 5% dilution. This is a 15 milliliter bottle, so that'll give me a 5% dilution. That way I'm not overusing the oils and having respect for them. So I'll start with 5 drops of lavender. And I always put in the essential oils first, because then it's easier for me to just fill, like top off the bottle after I use the essential oils. So 5 of carrot seed. And 5 drops of tea tree. Side note, I also use tea tree oil directly on blemishes, which is great for me. So then I will use my jojoba oil, and mine comes with a dropper cap. I don't always use the dropper, but it's great if I'm counting drops for a dilution. So I'll add a third of the bottle. Make it jojoba. See, I got a third. And then the cap. Then I've got my argan oil here. So argan oil. And I'll fill it up to 2/3 of the way full. So now we're at 2/3. And finally, I will top it off with my sunflower seed oil. And I'm always careful not to fill it to the top. Try to fill it to the very brink, the very bottom of the rim. So if you can see the very bottom, about right there, because I have to put the dropper back in, and if I'm not careful, the dropper will make it spill over. So squeeze the air out of the dropper before you put it in. That'll help. So there is my face serum ready to go. Now the last thing I always do with all of my DIY products is put on a label. So here is my label. I make all my labels on Avery. I just purchased the like shipping labels, or they have all sorts of labels that you can choose from. So I put on my label, that way I can keep track of what it is. Here you can see my morning face serum is right here, and it is great for every morning. I put it on every morning after cleansing and toning. Make sure I put it on dry skin, and I love it. Protects my face, keeps it moisturized and safe all day long. So thank you for joining me in this July DIY video series where I am doing three different of my beauty DIY products. And so make sure you check back for the nighttime face serum and the geranium facial toner. Thanks again for joining me.